Hey everyone, Nathan from Arms of Ilum here with another custom Saber build. This one is based on an Ultrasabers standard issue battle saber. As you can see, it's been customized just a little bit. This particular design is somewhat, I'd say a little loosely based on the lightsaber used by General Kota in the Force Unleashed video games. And therefore I'm calling it the General Kota. And as you can see here, it's got the leather wrap, and has some nice medium brown leather wrap, just spun around. They didn't do anything fancy with that. And then here we've got a cloth wrap, specifically a linen wrap using some old sheets that we had that had become floor covers for when we painted and everything. Kind of a very old sheet that's a little discolored, and it's fraying big time. As soon as I started cutting it, I noticed that it really started to fray, which over time it may deteriorate a little bit more, and the customer who ultimately purchases this saber may want to replace it at some point. But for now it looks great, and it kind of captures that battle-worn feel. Here in the middle of that, you can see that I've got a Skyfaller Designs latching button cover. It's a nice touch because I'm not exactly a big fan of the way the guarded switches look, and these buttons you can get them on Shapeways, and they really do enhance that look, so that the guarded switch isn't just some plain little button there, but it actually kind of looks like it belongs on a lightsaber. At the top here, near the emitter, you can see that I've got black paint with a silver stripe. The emitter paint is barbecue grill paint, so it's been baked on, fairly durable, although I've noticed that during assembly the LED kind of chipped it a little bit. It's held up pretty well, but I think over time it too will wear, which is fine in my opinion, because again, the saber that was used by Kota in the games is pretty well beaten. So this thing needs a little bit of abuse. So hopefully whoever purchases it will do that. And then here on the end you can see I've also added a black stripe. So that kind of covers the externals of this particular hilt. Inside there's a MHS V6 chassis, the 2-watt bass speaker, a Tri-Cree Green-Green-White LED. The white is for the flash-on clash. And speaking of the flash-on clash, this particular saber is equipped with the Nano Biscotte V3. There are two sound fonts, two spaces for sound fonts on the Nano Biscotte, and in this particular saber we're going with the Light Meat, which is one of the standard ones, and then Night Storm's General Kota sound font, which actually sounds really good on this hilt. I prefer it to the Light Meat. So without further ado, let's check it out. To power on the saber, simply hit the button, and you can see this is one of a handful of different boot sounds that come with Night Storm's font. It says "Let the Force be your guide." Nice and short. I don't really care for the long, the lengthy boot sounds. If I'm gonna try and activate the saber, I want it to boot up and I'm ready to use it. From there, you simply hit the button again, and the saber activates. The blade on this guy right now is an Ultrasabers mid-grade. I've taken liberty to go ahead and sand the outside of it to give it a little bit better diffusion. I'm not a big fan of the tube or the light in the tube look that comes with some of the mid-grade / clear blades, so I went ahead and sanded it. You still get a little bit of that, so it still keeps true to the color, and you still get a little bit of that coring effect, but just not nearly as strongly. And as you can tell, you've got your swing sounds. Because it is the Nano Biscotte, you've got 8 swing sounds, and you've also got clash, 8 of those as well. Only 1 activation sound and 1 boot sound. And then to deactivate the saber, simply hold down the button for approximately 4/10 of a second, I think is what the config file is set on. I've had a little bit of fun playing with that config file in this particular saber, because the soundboard is a little bit farther towards the center than I would like. I'd prefer to have it down here where it would be a little bit more sensitive to those swings, so it's taken some tweaking, so I've become very familiar with that particular file. To switch to the light meat sound font, simply hold down the switch. And there's the light meat boot sound. Hit it again to activate. And again, you're going to have, with the light meat, you're going to have 8 swings. And this is kind of one of my complaints about this particular font is the hum's great, but it's almost a little overpowering. You can barely hear the swings. Accidentally hit my light over there. Got 8 clashes. And those are some really nice clashes. I just don't love the swing sounds on this. And to power it down, simply hold it down again. This saber is going to be up for sale pretty soon once I got a little bit of clear coat to put on the pommel here. But then it'll be for sale on Facebook and probably on my website and eBay. So be sure to check it out. Those links will be added. If you would like higher resolution photos to get a closer look at this particular saber, there will be a written review, I guess you could say, of this particular hilt on my website, armsofilum.net, as well, within the next few weeks. Thanks for watching.